My beloved, there is something I need to confess to you. I have given the red jade pillow to the government repository. I wish you will not be upset with me for that. Qiliang is exhausted from defending the troubles you have left. He is just a young man, my dear. Yet he said he would be willing to give the ultimate sacrifice for the state. You can bear such things. But I cannot. I know that you have given me a red jade pillow as a proposal gift on our wedding with 6 etiquettes. Others would give a bolt of silk as their proposal gifts. But unlike most grooms, you gave me the red jade pillow. At that moment, you made my heart melt. And I knew that I, a country flower, was destined to be a rover's wife, farming and wearing linen clothes with you, running away from troubles with you, staying by your side till the very end, and during that 20-year-long exile, I kept that red jade pillow wherever I went. Afterwards, I bore your daughter. It was you who insisted on giving her a name such as Ying Yu. As it turned out, our daughter's name, it came from that. The red jade pillow. Come inside, both of you. I was just having a conversation with your father. There's no need to worry.
Mother. Mother, Qiliang is being useless.
Nonsense. All my offsprings are heroes and the backbone of the state.
Second brother, please assign a mission for me.
So, little sister, do you no longer detest me?
Second brother.
My dear, your son and daughter have come to see you.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, what is she?
Jingjian, I want you to give Ying Yu a rigid training. She gave herself another name, Heilin. Bear in mind that she will now be your attaché, not a princess.
But how? Could Her Highness, Heilin, be my deputy?
Greetings, Special Envoy. I'm Guard Heilin.
Your Majesty, it's a dangerous journey. I have doubts about this.
The citizens of Old Qin have proven their chivalry, and as royal family members, so shall we. Do not hold back. Even if the sky falls, the Qin people must not surrender.
Your Majesty, be safe.
Your Majesty.
Stop the carriage, now!
Oh, be careful. And why are you in such a hurry?
Why, Your Majesty, you're looking quite elegant in your attire.
Well, I have to, since I'm going to Minister Ko's residence.
Anyway, Your Majesty, Old Man Yanzi won't stop talking about ruling the state with simplicity. Don't you find him ridiculous?
Do you wish to come?
Oh, you don't have to do that. But, Your Majesty, I do wish to be Wei's chief commander of the coalition army, if that's possible.
Pang Zhuan is already the general of the coalition army.
But he can continue to be the general while I can be chief commander. They're two different titles.
Well, every state army does have its own chief commander. And if you'll be responsible enough...
Oh, I will be. Really? Oh, Your Majesty, Bang Huan's leading an incompetent army of 300,000 men. It's quite a burden.
300,000? Who told you that?
You're not aware of that? Already he has secretly deployed 100,000 Hexi army. Did he not give you a tally? Wait, Your Majesty...
We will talk later, after my visit to Minister Ko.
The general has arrived!
I am glad you have made it here. We should all work hand in hand.
We're at your disposal, General.
We are more than happy to provide you with whatever you need, General.
I'm aware that you're all Wei merchants. So I wish to offer you a golden opportunity. The profit you earn will be tariff-free and tax-free. You have nothing to lose, and so much to gain. Isn't that what we all want?
Yes, General.
Respected traders, do not get too enthusiastic just yet, because this business I'm proposing will require 3 conditions from all of you here.
Enlighten us, most respected General.
Whoever among you accepts my proposal will not only be required to follow my command, he will also have to harbor secret scouts I will send to you. None of these scouts will eat your food or take your money, but they will perform their missions on your behalf. So, never reveal these scouts' identities. Protect them as you would yourselves. And also treat this voluntary work as a normal routine. The intention is for us to gain information that we can use against our state enemies. So how do you find the 3 conditions I gave?
General, if I may be bold to ask, which enemy state do you mean? And what traits do they have?
Yes, we have to know what sort of trade we have their trade.
The state of Qin.
General Pang, for us to dwell in that tottering state is too much to ask for.
Qin is in deep poverty lately. How can we even earn a profit there?
Well, that's true. Even the traders have nothing left to sell. You're all experts at your trades.
Nothing left.
How could you not know how to profit from their bleak economy? Please.
General.
Very well. Let me share my views with you. There are 3 types of trade we can do at Qin. The first is that you can import every single product you can possibly find at Qin. Clothes, animal skin, wood, stones, medicinal herbs, food and metal are even better. Buy them all at a low cost, then bring them over to the Hexi Regiment. You can charge us for them at far better prices. Would that be profitable enough for you?
Yes, General.
Second, we can also buy out Qin's resources. Qin has quite an abundance of oil, Every local citizen would store them in a large pot to fuel their oil lamps. Their officials would have more of them, so buy as much as you can from them. Our army will buy 10 times higher than your purchase price. Will that be profitable enough then?
Yes, General!
The third trade is the most profitable one. Buy people. Qin is not highly populated, but it has a huge slave market. The country's Wu clans, Rongdi and Longxi, even Bashu sell their slaves right at the westernmost part of Qin. That's why. You can go over there and buy as many men, women, and children slaves that you can find. Buy as many as you can. The more women, the better.
A clever idea, General. The Qin men would be left with no women to bear children with.
That barbaric state has grown too fond of conflicts and wars. It's time to wipe them off the lands.
But General, what do we gain from buying slaves?
Isn't that obvious to you yet? With every slave no longer available, how do you think will their feudal lord manage without a foot slave?
Not very well.
I have another proposal. If there is any among you who can spread a rumor at Qin that will prompt their citizens to flee and cause Qin to fall without a fight by the end of the summer harvest, you will be richly rewarded. After that, you have my word that everyone in this kingdom will live in prosperity.
Long live General Pan!
Let's drink! Cheers!
Cheers!
You asked for me, teacher?
Leave us alone, please.
Teacher.
Come closer. Yang, tell me the truth. Do you still want to serve the Wei Kingdom?
His Majesty might not find me useful.
I just need to know if you still have any desire to remain here.
Wei is a wealthy state. Most students and scholars would be honored to serve it, teacher. Since I have finished my education, the first thing I wanted was to serve the kingdom. That's why I apprenticed for the Prime Minister, to learn more of the regime's affairs.
And now have you changed your mind?
If His Majesty wants me to serve for a decade, then I will. I intend to make Wei rise up.
A great mind with a great ambition.
Still, it will be tough.
How so? His Majesty is a wise ruler to this kingdom. Yang, I do not have much time. Can you tell me the true identity of your real teacher now? How I envy that wise scholar for having such a great apprentice like you.
I've had the two best teachers in life, and I promise to never reveal their names or use theirs to build mine. Whether I succeed or fail in life, it will be my own, of my own accord.
With such extraordinary minds like yours and your teachers, I doubt that you will fail on anything.
Thank you.
Master, His Majesty is here.
Wei Yang, you should leave.
Until next time, teacher.
Minister Ko, are you feeling better?
Your Majesty, forgive me for not giving you a proper welcome.
It's all right. I'd rather have you feel comfortable.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Don't mention it. Prime Minister, work on getting better. Just leave the state of affairs for now to that bird brain, Master Rang.
I am barely holding on to life, Your Majesty, which is why I must tell you some things.
Go ahead, Prime Minister.
Your Majesty, beware. Pang Zhen has become a liability.
Pang Zhuan a liability? He's one of Gui Guqi's brightest prodigies.
But he is too aggressive and too narrow-minded. And if his lust for war doesn't stop, he will lead Wei Kingdom to perdition.
I agree. I've learned about that.
What the kingdom lacks is an effective prime minister.
You are a sensible man. Would it help if Master Rang was to be trained as prime minister?
He is too arrogant and fond of extravagance. He may have the drive, but not the willingness. He is not fit to lead.
Fair enough. Then that means I will have to find someone else.
I can recommend someone who is more than suitable for it.
Oh. Is he someone I know?
He is working for me right now. A second-class official, Wei Yang.
A second-class official? I think your mind is beginning to stray.
Your Majesty, I have always been good at finding rare talents, and I am not wrong.
But a minor official? Whose protege is he? What's he good at?
Your Majesty, judging someone by asking who his teacher is might seem unfair.
Still, great prodigies came from great teachers. Not many self-taught prodigies are around anymore.
Your Majesty, pay heed to my last words. I have met countless people in my life, but Wei Yang is an exceptional young man. Never have I met someone so intelligent, so decent and moral, who's well-versed in the affairs of the state and who has the potential to lead it. Trust me, Your Majesty. For years he has been helping me fulfill my duties. If you would hear his view on things, you will realize the potential in Wei Yang. Give him a chance, Your Majesty. If you don't, you will regret not having him on your side.
Wait, you don't have to overexert yourself. Go on, just sit down. Prime Minister. Master Rang has been involved in politics for years, yet you don't approve of him.
Ang is nothing compared to Wei Yang.
Even if that were the case, he's a minor official with an unknown background, and all of a sudden he gets promoted to Prime Minister? Wouldn't that turn the government upside down? Prime Minister. Just try to get some rest. I must attend to other matters. We'll talk about this again next time we meet.
Your Majesty, do you refuse to assign Wei Yang? Well, in that case, you should have him executed. For the sake of Wei's future, he must never go to other states.
Very well. I'll have him executed. Tomorrow.
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister, please.
Please, wake
Prime
up.
Minister, please. Prime
Please.
Minister, wake up. Please wake up.
Yang. Where is he? I must see Wei Yang.
I'll fetch him, Master.
Master.
Yang, you must leave Wei at once, before the soldiers find you here.
But why?
I recommended that you be promoted as Prime Minister. However, His Majesty refused. So I advised him to have you executed. To recommend your promotion at first, then your execution later. It's all for the sake of the state. And since you are my protege, I shall give you the chance to flee.
You did this to the Duke of Qin as well.
Yang, leave at once. And take this with you. You must go now.
His Majesty refused your advice to promote me. Why would he take your advice to kill me then? Do not worry, teacher. I will come to no harm.
You never cease to amaze me. It is unfortunate that I will never get to witness your success.
Qiliang! Qiliang!
The director of Yong City. What troubles you, my brother?
Master He, is His Majesty asleep?
No, he isn't. He's still working.
Master He, I have an urgent matter that Qiliang needs to know about now.
Oh, well, he's right in here, Director.
Thank you, Master He. Qiliang,
Why, uncle? Why have you come? Abel, serve him some lamb
At
soup.
once.
Uncle, have a seat.
I can't sit down. There's something you should know. Lately, rumors have been spreading around Yong City, saying that Pang Juan's army has already charged across the Luo River to slaughter everyone at Qin. Some people have started to flee Yong City. How could that bastard do that? Yong City is the capital and the foundation of Qin. That's why I became so worried. I traveled here before night fell, but then, along the way here, I could hardly believe what I saw. There were citizens from Feng and Hao who were fleeing to the east in the dead of night, although there were not that many. It was disturbing enough. The citizens of old Qin have faced centuries of battles, and now I see them running away from a war that hasn't even started. I do not understand this. Qiliang, what has happened to our people these days?
All right. Come, uncle. Here, sit down. Hey, Bo, I need you to do some things. First, send our most experienced guards and some palace attendants to investigate what's going on at the borders of Yeyang City. Second, have Yeyang's General Xian come see me. Third, have the Grandee of the 10th Order dispatch 3,000 cavalrymen and wait in front of the government hall in an hour. Fourth, inform all the Grand Ministers that we shall have a night court. Fifth, have Gong Sun Gu select 20 of his finest personnel to stand outside the administration chamber.
Hey, what about me? Give me something to do here.
Fine, Uncle. Just finish your bowl of soup first, so I can have some time to think about it.
All right. And think hard. Because I will not do anything trivial, you hear?
Your Majesty, I'm here.
General Xian, anything suspicious at Yeyang tonight?
Not really. Although there are more people along the road, it's usually deserted at this time.
And you don't find that suspect? You fool! Even Yong City's director noticed that! You are a general of Yeyang. How could you fail to notice such things? All you do is fight wars. But all because of gossip, Qin is on the verge of defeat because you weren't on guard. People have been fleeing the city because of an enemy you can't fight with. The state of our kingdom will depend on our next actions. Do you see it now?
Your Majesty, I wish to redeem myself. Please, what's your command?
Those rumors spreading could have come from traitors who work secretly for Wei.
That's highly possible.
I'll have 3,000 cavalrymen outside the hall, search every city around, and arrest all the Wei merchants you find around our kingdom. However, you must not execute them or take their belongings, or I'll hold you solely responsible.
Have me beheaded then, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the cavalrymen await your command outside.
Xian, get it done.
At once!
I know what I must do then. I shall head back to Yong City and have those Wei merchants captured.
Beloved uncle, the mausoleum of our ancestors lies in your city, as well as our camp in West Jin. You must make sure that both places remain.
Yet he claims to be chief commander. I'm not sure if your Majesty granted that to him, or if he granted that to himself.
You may rise, General. Whether I granted him that or he did it himself, what would you do then?
If your Majesty wishes him to lead the army, then I will hand them over to him. But if being granted that was just his claim, then I shall punish him for it.
And just what do you intend to do with the Yanqiao then?
In a month's time, we'll attack Qin ourselves.
Good. You show great fortitude, General.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Although, I would like you to hear my views on those matters. First, although Master Rang did express his desire to be Chief Commander, which I've never even approved of, I shall reprimand him myself in a way that will keep him from bothering you again.
Your Majesty is wise.
Second, regarding Yanqiao, we shall continue to support our treaty, since our common goal is to wipe out Qin. We've agreed to launch insurgency attacks along Qin in 3 months, and defeat Qin in 6. We're only at the 2nd month, General. We'll offend Yanqiao if we don't wait. That's unacceptable. Am I being clear?
Yes, Your Majesty.
We can't have them think that we want to have Qin all to ourselves. That'll cause serious consequences.
I'm going to wait for Yan Zhao then.
So I said, you idiot. What else did he promise? Let's see Pang Yang protect you from this. Am I right? And he shook when he thought that over and started bowing before me then. I'm telling you the truth. I had nothing to do with Pang Wan, and all his boxes were marked to Pang Wan. So my 3 soldiers were already laughing when they carried him out. And then I heard him yelling, brothers, please, let me escape. If you do, I'll send you each a 13-year-old concubine.
His Majesty has arrived!
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Let us all return to our respective seats.
Zan, tell us, how many have you captured?
Your Majesty, after sending out 3,000 cavalrymen this evening to search the nearby counties of Yueyang City, and by the break of dawn, we've captured 1,300 Wei merchants. Over 600 of them are from Shandong. They're all alive and detained in camp outside the city. Some tried to escape, and some fought back. Hundreds were injured.
Senior Grand Minister, have all the reports arrived?
No, Your Majesty. 13 counties at West Guangzhou have yet sent the reports. Although if we combine the reported figures from the countries of Middle Guangdong and Yueyang, a total of 26,000 merchants have been captured. When I compared this figure from the past reports we have of them, I realized that quite a large number of Wei merchants have been flocking at Qin these past few days. Their numbers have grown 10 times more than last year, which is rare and unexpected.
That must be Pang Wan's evil plot.
What do you suggest we do then with these sly Wei traders?
Since they started the gossips like unwanted weeds, they should be uprooted and burned into ashes.
That's right! Burn them all! Would it hurt to execute all of them? Or to keep them alive?
And may I suggest that we take them all to Changchang, have them do hard labor as slaves.
Zan, what do you think?
Your Majesty.
Young City's director has arrived!
Jilang! Where is he? Ah, there you are. Jilang! Those bastards were fortunate.
Greetings, Uncle.
Here, I caught all of them. That's right, in just one swoop.
But Uncle, how could you have caught them in just one swoop? Come, explain yourself. No, I was just joking.
So tell us, Director, how did you catch them in one swoop then, huh? I went all the way to the west and found nothing suspicious in the counties. I speculated that Wei's merchants must be up to something else over there. So I headed straight back to Yong City and ordered my men to investigate. And they found out later that 50 to 60 Wei merchants were in carts and horses. That's not all.
Impressive, Director!
They were questioned all night until it was revealed that the owner of the shop is a Linhu trader who specializes in the slave trade. We also found out that the Wei merchants and the slave trader have collaborated to take slaves here, the women of Qin in particular. And they started buying as many women as they could. But then, as it turned out, we found them just in time, since they have 12 girls in a den under construction. When I found that out, I gave each of them a good kick. Don't worry, they'll be dealt with later. All that matters here is that we've captured them all.
So, Uncle, how do you suggest should we deal with our captives?
Right. I've thought about that while I was on my way here. But I could not come up with an idea.
Of course, you can't come up with one, Uncle. You're too old to figure anything out.
Shut up or I'm going to... Think hard about this, since executing them could spark a war.
So what do you suggest?
Why me? I mean, Your Majesty. That should be your decision. You know what's best.
To send them off to do hard labor as our slaves.
That's right!
No, forget that. That's too troublesome. And will you listen to me? How will we keep them contained? By building more camps for them? Don't be
Let's hear
absurd,
what His Majesty
nephew.
has to say.
We can send word to the Wei state that we have captured their traders. Have them detained in one area. Do not execute them and leave their belongings. Let's see Wei's reaction before making a decision. Since they have started a silent plot to take over our lands, let them be apprehensive now that we've found them out.
Your Majesty is wise!
Your Majesty, let's go over there.
All right,
No, let's go over
there
here.
and get some fresh air.
Oh, all right. Hey, it looks so nice down there.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty!
What's the matter, Master Ang?
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! Something terrible has happened.
Nothing has ever happened here, so calm down.
But I'm serious about this. You know the merchants who've entered the Qin state have been caught and held captive over there. Wouldn't that be a serious cause for alarm?
Held captive? Why would they dare do that? That's not possible.
How could it not be possible, Your Majesty? Remember how Pang Wan urged all our merchants to do their business and cause discord over there? Well then, they've only been there for less than a month before they were discovered. And now they're being held hostage there.
How many were killed?
According to the Korean merchant I spoke with, none of them were executed yet.
I doubt the Qin state would even touch a hair on their heads.
Really? Your Majesty, we can't be sure of that. We've been provoking the state of Qin for so long. There's no telling what they'll do. Now they have hostages.
Pang Zhuan caused all this. Too many ideas causes more trouble.
Your Majesty, if they decide to even execute any of our merchants, anyone would fall into turmoil. The remaining merchants here will move out of Wei. And I'm telling you, even if we do manage to destroy the Qin, Wei would become just another destitute state. I'm telling you, it'll be the end of Wei as we know it.
Enough! Servant, have my carriage ready!
Madam, get right to it!
fly.